massive piece of the French language just by getting a handle on 5 essential verbs. If you've ever felt a little nervous about French grammar, trust me, this is the key you've been searching for. So, do you think French verbs are hard? Look, I totally get it. Most people who start learning French take one look at those giant verb charts and just think, whoa, this looks complicated. It's a really common feeling, but I promise you, it's way, way simpler than it looks. Because what if I told you they're not that hard? That there's actually a secret, a single, incredibly simple pattern that works for a huge group of French verbs. Once you know this one trick, you can start building your own sentences immediately. And that big secret is the ER verb pattern. Seriously, I want you to think of this as your golden key. With this key, you're about to open the door to speaking and understanding so much of everyday French. And it is so simple. It's just 2 steps. That's it. First, you take any of these regular ER verbs. Let's use parler, which means to speak. You just chop off that ER at the end. What you have left, parle, we call that the stem. And step 2? You just stick the right ending onto it depending on who's talking. It's really that easy. Okay, get ready, because this little chart right here, this is the whole secret. This is the master key. If you're talking about yourself, je, you add an E. For tu, you add es. For il, elle, or en, that's he, she, or we, it's also just an E. For nous, which is we, it's O and S. For vous, which is you all or the formal you, it's easy. And for ils or elles, they, it's ENT. If you can just remember this little chart, you've basically learned how to use thousands of verbs in French. It's incredible. All right, enough theory. Let's put this key to use, right? We're going to take this exact pattern and apply it to 5 of the most useful, most common verbs you'll ever need in French. Of course, we're going to start with parler, which means to speak. This is probably one of the very first verbs anyone learns, and for a really good reason. You will use it all the time. So, for example, you could say, je parle français un petit peu, which means I speak a little French. See how that works? We took the stem, parle, we stuck on that e for je, and bam, you've got a perfect sentence. Next up, we have aimer. Oh, this is a great one. It's super versatile because it means both to like and to love. So if you want to say she likes music, you just follow the exact same pattern. The stem is I am I, and the ending for L, it's E. So elle aime la musique. Simple, right? Okay, number 3 is regarder. This means to watch or to look at. So think about anything you watch. TV, a movie, a show, you name it. Let's say you're watching a movie with some friends. You'd say, nous regardons un film. We watch a movie. Once again, it's just the stem, regarde, plus that O and S ending for nous. The pattern is rock solid. Verb number 4 is one you're actually doing as we speak. Étudier, which means to study. Incredibly useful for any student of the language, right? Imagine you see some students cramming in the library. You could say, ils étudient pour l'examen. They are studying for the exam. The stem is étudie, and that ending for ils is ENT. And last but not least, our 5th essential verb, travailler. This means to work. Whether it's your job or a project, this one's a must-know. So you could ask someone, vous travaillez aujourd'hui? Are you working today? And there it is one last time. The stem travailler plus the EZ ending for vous. See? The pattern just works every single time. All right. You've seen the pattern, you've met the verbs, now it's your turn. Let's put this into practice and see what you've got. Don't worry, you're gonna do great. Ready? First question. How would you say we watch TV? Think about the verb for to watch and the ending for we. Take a second. Did you get it? It's nous regardons la télé. The verb is regarder. The ending for nous is ons. See? You've totally got this. Okay, one more for you. How would you say, I like French? Remember the verb for like and the ending for I. And the answer is, j'aime le français. Now, you might notice the je became j'ai with an apostrophe. That's just because M starts with a vowel, so it makes it sound smoother. But look, the ending is still a. The pattern is exactly the same. Fantastic work. So what's the big takeaway here? What does this all boil down to? It's just one thing. A single, super predictable, and totally reliable pattern. And getting this one pattern down doesn't just mean you know 5 verbs. No way. It means you can now create hundreds, maybe even thousands, of correct French sentences, like right now, instantly. So, you now have this golden key in your hand, a key that unlocks a huge part of the French language. So the only real question left is, what are you going to say first?